underneath their melon or that rounded forehead area. And they can manipulate the way that those open to make all different kinds of sounds. So once again, I invite you all to listen in closely as our stars show off for you their musical talents. Dolphin song. Very nicely done, boys. Very nice. So now that we have gone over all of the characteristics that we share as mammals, I'd like to dive in a little bit deeper to talk about the adaptations dolphins have for their underwater residency. Mainly all of those fins and flippers. Now Chopper's going to be coming out right in the middle of that hoop to show off all of his fins and flippers for you today. Excellent job, Chopper. Giving you all a look at all 5 of his. Now we're going to be taking a look at each one of these fins and flippers individually, starting with the one located right on the top of the dolphin's back. This is called their dorsal fin. Now believe it or not, a dolphin's dorsal fin does not contain any bone in it whatsoever. It is made up of just hard connective tissue, very similar to what we have in our ears and in our nose. Now, a dolphin's dorsal fin is also unique to each individual, and it's a really great way that you can identify which dolphin you're looking at just by checking out that dorsal fin. They can also use it to help stabilize themselves while they're swimming throughout the water, as Cosmo is demonstrating there. And this works very similar to how a keel on a boat would work. Now, if we move on down to either side of the dolphin's bodies, we can check out their pectoral flippers. Now, I did actually refer to these as flippers and not fins, and that's because a dolphin's pectoral flippers contain bone. If you were to take an x-ray of that pectoral flipper, you would see that they have the same bone structure that we do, ranging from our hand to our elbow. Theirs is just compacted into that flipper. Now, as Chopper is demonstrating, you can use those pectoral flippers to give you all a big wave hello, or even give their trainers a little high five. But most often, dolphins are using those pectoral flippers for those light and quick stops and sudden turns that dolphins are most famous for. Now moving on down to the very end of the dolphin's bodies, we have their very powerful tail fins or flukes. I did say flukes plural. There are in fact 2 of them, and they're connected right in the middle by something known as the median notch. Located just underneath the dolphin's tail flukes is their power source known as their peduncle. Now dolphins can use their powerful peduncle for a common hunting technique, as you see the boys demonstrating right here. This is called a tail lob, and you guys just saw it demonstrated very well. How that essentially works is the dolphins will smack the surface of the water very powerfully with that tail, which then stuns their prey, making them easier to catch. Now dolphins can also use that powerful peduncle to propel themselves up and out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. So check out Sebastian as he uses that powerful peduncle right in the center, showing off that very impressive forward flip. Nicely done, Sebastian. Now folks, at this point in our show, we are going to be answering a common question that we get asked here pretty frequently, and that is, how do you train the dolphins to do all of those cool things that we see throughout the day? So to help you all better understand this, we are going to be breaking down the behavior for all of you to see. The behavior we are going to be showcasing today is called a back bow. Now to break this down, what we actually will refer to as a bow is when the dolphins jump up and out of the water in that arching motion. Now one of our stars is going to be showing off that bow. So check out Cosmo right here in the center as he shows that off. You can see we're looking for them to get their entire bodies up and out of the water, re-entering head first. Now for the back bow behavior that we're going to be training, it is kind of reverse. So instead, we're looking for them to go backwards, essentially with their belly facing the sky. Now, before we jump right into training these specific behaviors, we like to break things down into smaller, more achievable steps, which makes it easier for the dolphins to learn. So the first thing we'll actually teach them is a very simple behavior known as a target. You can see Cosmo and Sebastian showing that off right here along the front, Chopper on the side. Now, we can use that very simple target to train a wide variety of very simple behaviors. For example, if we wanted to train a head shake yes, we could just simply move that target hand up and down. Very nice. Now this target is the building blocks for the behaviors that we can then go on to train from here on out. So we can actually add in an additional target hand to train something like a very cute jig. So if you check out Sebastian there on the end, he'll show off that very cute jig. So you can see his trainer using both of those target hands to initiate his body to move around in a circle. Now we can actually start using that very simple